there, I'm Bronwyn. About a year ago, I found myself 30 years old, divorced, jobless, and moving back in with my parents. But this isn't a sad story because those were actually the steps I needed to take to turn my life around. I had spent years pouring all of my love and energy into someone else, and when he left, I realized my personality had pretty much disappeared. There wasn't much of me left. As women, I think we do that a lot. We pour so much into the people we love and forget to care for ourselves. I've decided that's going to change. I'm finally pursuing my lifelong passion, growing edible food, full time. And that's how Growing Her Garden came to be. This is our space to slow down, learn all about growing fruits, vegetables, and herbs, and remember to care for ourselves just as much as we care for everyone else. So, if you're interested, come along with me. Let's grow our garden together. So it is mid-July and I cannot believe how much everything has grown in just a couple short days. And that's kind of the beautiful thing about this time of year is the garden is changing every single day, and every day there is something new to look forward to. Wow! I can't believe all the blackberries are flowering. All of these little flowers and all these little buds are going to turn into fruit. I was really nervous because they weren't pruned properly last year, and I taught myself how to prune them this year, but it has to be done at different times in the year. So anyways, and my mom and sister love blackberries. They're going to be stoked. Cilantro is a really neat plant that keeps on giving, even after it starts to go to seed. So when it's really young, you can harvest the leaves, of course, but then when it starts to go to seed, you can harvest the flowers, and you can also harvest the little green seed pods that look like this. And they all have culinary uses. Not to mention the root of the plant is also really good for culinary uses. So there's cilantro leaves, root, flowers, and seeds, and they're all useful. Marigolds aren't just pretty, they're actually edible too. The petals have a slightly citrusy and spicy flavor, and they've been used in teas, salads, and even as a natural food dye. The leaves can be eaten in small amounts, but they are a little bit bitter. They help keep pests like aphids and nematodes away, while also attracting beneficial pollinators. Oxalis, or wood sorrel, is a little plant that looks a bit like clover, although it has these heart-shaped leaves. It pops up like weeds in North America, in gardens, lawns, and even sidewalk cracks. What's cool is that it's actually edible. The leaves have a tart, lemony flavor, and that is because of the oxalic acid that's in them. They are delicious. Just don't eat too much at once because they can interfere with calcium absorption and irritate your stomach. If you want your basil to grow big and bushy instead of tall and scraggly, you have to prune it early and often. You can start as soon as it has at least 3 leaf sets, or you can start now, even if your basil's flowering. Find a spot where 2 leaves grow out opposite each other and cut just above that. 2 new branches will grow from that spot. Keep doing this every week or so, and always remove any flower buds you see. That way, your basil keeps making more leaves instead of trying to bloom. Repeat this process every few weeks or whenever you see new leaf nodes forming. You'll be able to harvest basil all season. Okay, now it's time to do something with all of this basil. I think we all think of pesto when we think of basil. First thing you'll want to do is wash the basil in the salad spinner and then pick away all the leaves from the stem. Now this is your preference. You don't have to strip the leaves. However, the stem will have a grassier, more bitter flavor. You're also going to need a lemon, some garlic, olive oil, and salt and pepper. You can really use any nuts or seeds. Pine nuts is classic, but I'm going to use sunflower seeds. Mix it together, adjust it all to taste, and you'll have pesto.